Hello, USDA. Thank you for joining us today for the 2020 Combined Federal Campaign Kickoff event. My name is Melissa Alicio, and I am a proud employee of the USDA Forest Service. I'm serving as your USDA Combined Federal Campaign Vice Chair for this year's 2020 campaign season. I am honored and grateful to work on your behalf and help lead this year's campaign. Given you clicked a link to attend this kickoff, you may have figured out by now this campaign is indeed virtual. While things might look and feel a little bit different this year, we see this as an opportunity to get to know and interact with our colleagues across USDA. For example, right now we are all participating in this virtual kickoff together as an entire department across all CFC zones. How exciting is that? This is thrilling to me and brings so much joy. When I think about the expansive impact we have as an agency across each of our mission areas, it is awe-inspiring. No matter what position we hold within our agency, we are interconnected and integral to our mission's success. We really are a family here at USDA. We help each other in times of need. We step up to the challenge every single day to make a difference in the lives of the American public. We are talented, committed, rigorous, and passionate. We have a resilient and compassionate core. We care. For these reasons, it is no surprise a fundraising effort like CFC is met with excitement, enthusiasm, and energy for each of us here at USDA, and for that we say thank you. Throughout the campaign, we are going to look for you to share your stories with us about why you give and what causes are important to you. Sharing these stories will help us relate to each other at a personal level in an extraordinarily meaningful way. I'm really looking forward to connecting with each of you as we work to motivate each other and encourage each other to have the best CFC year yet. Well, we have quite an event prepared for you today. We are so grateful to have such a strong show of love from our leadership here at USDA, and today is no exception. We will be inspired by Deputy Secretary Stephen Sensky, Undersecretary Jim Hubbard, and Forest Service Chief Vicki Christensen. We will be motivated and informed by Vince McCone, our local Federal Coordinating Committee Chairperson at CFC National Capital Area. We will be touched by compelling testimonials and hear about causes near and dear to our hearts. We invite you to allow yourself to be moved by today's message. Whether it be donating to a cause or volunteering for this campaign, together, let's show some love and be the face of change. Without further ado, on with our program.
Good afternoon and welcome to the USDA Kickoff, celebrating the opening of the 2020 Combined Federal Campaign. The Natural Resource and Environment Mission Area has the honor of leading this season of giving for the USDA National Capital Region. The 2020 CFC solicitation period will run through January 15th, 2021, and although we may be apart today and through the campaign, we can come together virtually to show some love. The Combined Federal Campaign is the official workplace giving campaign of the federal government, providing federal employees the opportunity to improve the quality of life for all. Since 1961, the CFC has raised more than $8.4 billion through the generosity of federal employees and retirees who have given their money and time. Like many individuals and families, charities are also facing financial hardship. Through the CFC, our USDA family can continue to provide help and hope to those in need. Now I would like to introduce Deputy Secretary Stephen Sensky.
Hello, USDA colleagues, and thank you to Undersecretary Hubbard and the Natural Resources and Environment Mission Area for all of your hard work in leading this year's campaign for the department. Every day, our work touches the lives of Americans across the country. Our mission here at USDA is expansive, reaching families, rural communities, farmers, ranchers, producers, and foresters. Outside the workplace, we have the opportunity to expand our reach by volunteering and donating through the Combined Federal Campaign. The CFC is one of the largest and most successful annual voluntary workplace charity campaigns. Last year alone, federal employees and retirees pledged more than $86.4 million to thousands of causes. And earlier this year, an additional $2.6 million was pledged when the CFC reopened its online portal to help provide critical support and resources to the charitable organizations on the front lines of the COVID-19 pandemic. The annual CFC campaign is an opportunity for all of us to make a difference and contribute to the charities that change lives across the globe and right here at home. I invite you all to support your favorite causes and to promote the greater good. There are more than 6,000 CFC-approved charities and many ways to give, by making either a recurring or one-time donation, or by donating your time through volunteering opportunities. Visit givecfc.org for more information. If this year has demonstrated one thing, it's the importance of banding together. So let's come together and support causes near and dear to our hearts.
Greetings. Thank you to our USDA leadership for their heartfelt words to kick off the 2020 Combined Federal Campaign. For nearly 60 years, our USDA family has come together to support a federal giving tradition, demonstrating that our commitment to public service extends well beyond the workplace. The annual CFC is the largest, most inclusive workplace giving campaign, with thousands of charitable organizations participating worldwide. I can't tell you how excited I am. Okay, well, maybe I can. I am so excited to serve as the CFC campaign manager alongside the 2020 USDA CFC team and those fearless employees who've stepped up to serve as CFC coordinators and key workers across the USDA. This year especially has demonstrated the importance of banding together. We've had to rely on our networks for support through different hardships, affecting our quality of life in so many ways. And for some individuals, their network includes the hundreds of CFC charities who rely on us for support. We all have a personal reason, and when we make the choice to give through the CFC, we each hold the power in our hands. I am so ready to join you in this year's campaign as we show some love. New this year is a call to action, asking you to be the face of change for our neighbors, for our community, and our nation. I know we are certainly missing our annual CFC events like chili cook-offs, breakfast at the pantry, karaoke, and more. The tender moments where we join together in honor of the many causes that serve as the foundation of our philanthropic spirit, and the thousands of charities that commit their time and resources to helping us help others. This year will certainly be different, yet and still, we've shown our resiliency in so many ways. For the 2020 CFC, we'll continue to think outside the box and display our creativity and innovation as we showcase our support, join together virtually, have fun, and as we continue to give. Be on the lookout for events and messaging, and be sure to share your ideas with your CFC coordinators and key workers in your local area throughout the campaign. Through the CFC, you have yet another opportunity to tell your story. Stories connect. They lead, they inspire, they create change, and help people heal. Stories are the way in which we can understand and make sense of our world. The CFC makes it easy to tell your story, to move people to action and connect with others. When you give through CFC, you honor a loved one, carry on a tradition, volunteer your skills, or develop new ones. My story, my cause? Well, if you know me, then you know the love and care that I express for my grandparents daily. My grandparents are beacons of hope and an unconditional love, and who've always helped me to thrive academically and professionally in agriculture and natural resources. And as they continue to grow older, and some who've even passed on, I am thankful for the charities who support causes affecting their lives. Charities such as colon cancer, diabetes, heart disease, veterans advocacy, and elderly care and resources. The CFC has always inspired me in the many ways it reaches its arms around the world, from the furthest of places to right here at home, and of course, at Grandma's house. Depending on your cause, the charity you pledge to, and the issues you care about. There are thousands of ways you can tell your story. Show some love and be the face of change. Whether this is your first introduction to CFC or you've donated in the past, we invite you to join the CFC community. Are you ready? I think you need some CFC inspiration. We invite you to learn more about the stories and causes featured in the following videos.
Today around America, people are hungry. People are out of work. People are struggling. And that's why we're putting restaurants back to work to feed their communities. These restaurants, they will rehire staff. They will pay rent. They will keep the lights on. We believe that a good future starts with a humble plate of food.
The Elisa Ann Rouge Burn Foundation is a community fighting for a California that is safe and free from the impact of burn injuries. Our community perseveres together no matter what, and that perseverance was tested in 2020. On March 16th, we began regularly phoning all of our survivors. We listened and supported survivors facing new emotional, physical, and economic stress due to the pandemic. We amplified our burn prevention messaging online as California sheltered in place. We adapted our resources and programs to reach new populations, like seniors and new Americans. The fundraising events we rely on for half of our revenue each year continue to be canceled for safety reasons. We'll get through this, but it's hard to face a budget shortfall in a year when there is still so much work left to do. With your support, we'll continue to fight for a California that is safe from the impact of burn injuries. We'll let every survivor and family member know that they are not alone.
Good afternoon. It's great to join you for USDA's kickoff for the 2020 Combined Federal Campaign. Are you ready to be the face of change? I know I am. First, I want to thank the Deputy Secretary, Undersecretary Hubbard, and Chief Christensen for their participation, leadership, and support. We can't do it without you. However, most importantly, I want to thank each of you for taking time today to show some love for the causes you care about. Through your participation today, you embody the spirit of the campaign. You are the face of change. Now, this year's campaign looks and feels a little bit different as we're meeting up online as opposed to in person, and I'm here in my backyard. However, our goal and our mission at heart remains exactly the same. In fact, we're reaching more people virtually than we've done at the office. It's exciting to harness tools to communicate directly with you about how you can show some love wherever you are. As you know, the CFC is the world's largest and most successful workplace giving campaign. Over the past 59 years, the federal community has contributed more than $8.4 billion to help those in need in our communities, across the nation, and around the world. Last year, federal employees chose to show some love by contributing more than $83.8 million to their favorite causes and charities. And here in the national capital area, we contributed more than 34 million of that, with nearly 70,000 volunteer hours shared by our employees. And this spring, an additional 1 million was raised through a special solicitation for pandemic relief. At USDA, you raised just over $626,000 of that total. Here's a few ways we're putting that to use right now. $24 funds delicious, healthy school meals. $48 gift provides 2 families with flocks of chicks, providing a source of nutrition and income for years to come. $120 feeds a family of 5 with 12 hot meals. Look, at USDA, your job every day is to provide economic opportunity through innovation, help rural America to thrive, to promote agricultural production, and to preserve our national forests. I grew up in Montana, I understand the value of USDA and how employees change lives every single day. Through the CFC, you extend this honorable mission by supporting charities and causes that are important to you with supplemental donations and pledges. This year, together, we aim to meet or beat a goal of contributing $30 million through the CFC. With your help, we'll exceed that easily. Here's a few reasons to use CFC to make your charitable contribution. First, it's convenient, it's easy. Just go to our app, which goes to our second reason. Both our app and our giving portal are secure. Third reason, every charity applies every year and is vetted by federal employees, so you know it's a legitimate charity. You can also give a little bit each pay period through payroll deduction, or give us a big one-time gift. And finally, you choose the causes that are most important to you. As public servants, we join the federal community with a sense of duty to serve others. The CFC is an extension of that service, complementing what we do every day at our jobs. Look, as Gandhi once said, we all need to be the change that we wish to see in the world. This year, more than ever, we need you. We need you to be the face of change and help show some love to people we will never meet, but whose lives will be forever changed by our generosity. I want you to do one thing when this video is done. Go to givecfc.org and make your pledge today. Thank you very much.
I accepted the vice chair role with USDA CFC this year because I felt a compelling need and sense of urgency to demonstrate through my actions my personal commitment to our greater community. While an aspect of this campaign is of course centered around giving, monetarily or through volunteering, it is also an opportunity to demonstrate gratitude through our actions. When someone is in need, we are all affected. Right now, there is no shortage of reasons to give. By helping one another, taking into consideration another person's well-being, and alleviating suffering, we showcase the best of the human spirit. Helping one person creates a ripple of positive change throughout our community. Imagine the impact we can have here together through this year's combined federal campaign. As Deputy Secretary Sensky mentioned, through our COVID-19 special solicitation, the federal community pledged $2.6 million. Consider this year's CFC campaign as a continuation of those efforts as we reach our community far and wide. There's a bonus here. Did you know there are positive psychological benefits to helping others? Helping others reinforces our interconnectedness and interdependence. There is neural evidence from MRI studies suggesting generosity and happiness are linked and can stimulate neural changes that make people happier. So in the words of Pharrell Williams, clap along if you feel that's what you're going to do. Let's get happy together by giving. This year, the CFC has a new website. You can go to givecfc.org, put in your office zip code. This is very important so that your zone gets credit. Find a charity you would like to donate and get happy through giving. This year, you can even download and pledge to the CFC Giving app. And of course, there are still paper forms available should that be your method of choice. As a reminder, the campaign runs from September 21st, 2020 through January 15th, 2021. So you'll be hearing a lot from us in the next few months. And with that, I am so excited to show some love and invite you, along with our USDA CFC team, Kiana Ellis Reynolds, our campaign manager, and Ron Bratton and Rebecca Hill, our campaign specialists, to be the face of change for so many of those in our greater community. Thank you.
On August 31st, 2004, we were doing patrols in Iraq, and a convoy was going down the mobile supply route, and they were ambushed. There were RPGs that were shot, there was a lot of small arms fire, gasoline spilled on the road, ignited, and a lot of people were caught in the fire. I went in and helped a lot of guys get out of that fire, and subsequently I was burned. I didn't realize how bad I was burned at the time, but I remember them putting me on the helicopter and my company commander telling me that I was a hero. I didn't realize really what he meant at the time, but I remember when the helicopter took off, I closed my eyes, and I didn't wake up until I was stateside. When I woke up, I opened my eyes, and the first two people I saw were my father and also my wife. I knew my life had changed. I just didn't know how severely it had changed. I couldn't move anything except for my left hand. Couldn't talk, definitely couldn't walk, couldn't turn over. The only thing I could do was look straight up at a ceiling 24 hours a day and whisper. I lost so much, and that was my new reality. As bad as it wasn't as bad as some soldiers who were going through the same thing and had no one that lifted them up. I can't imagine with someone waking up in a similar situation that didn't have the support structure that I had, what they're going through. It's, I think, the reason for CFC. The reason that CFC exists is to help people in those similar situations where you're facing a crisis in your life and you need help. People that understand what that life crisis is, and they can connect with you, and they can get you to the other side. When I was in my hospital bed and I couldn't move my arms or my legs, I said if I could ever get up out of this bed, if I could ever move my arms and legs, I wanted to learn how to fly fish. And I found one of those nonprofit organizations that help soldiers learn how to fly fish. And I benefited a lot from that. It was therapeutic for me to learn to cast, to learn about the water and how to read the water, to feel nature, to hear the birds, to see the fish. For me, fly fishing is more than just catching a fish. It's something that you can't replicate any other way. I get a chance to be in the moment, and only in that moment at that time. I can't get that anywhere else. And I've always wanted to give back. I've always wanted to be a volunteer myself. Now it's my turn to give back. Now it's my time to give to other soldiers. And so if I can help someone else feel the way I feel about fly fishing and being out in nature, that would definitely be my purpose. The power of giving is profound, and it's impactful. And you have the ability through the CFC, you can help someone out by a payroll deduction, a charity or organization that is something that you identify with. You understand what that person is going through. You can't give too much. You can't help too much. And the need is definitely out there. And there are organizations that are set up right now to be by the bedside, similar to what my father and my wife and my mother were to me. Hi, my name's Alvin Shell, and helping veterans is my cause. Give to a cause you care about through the CFC, and show some love today.
Hi folks, I'm USDA Forest Service Chief Vicki Christensen. And wow, what a showing of love in this kickoff event. I'm inspired by what I've heard and for those that are turning out to really help make a difference. And I'm honored to be able to say thank you to all of you. You know, this year has really been an unprecedented year. We have a global pandemic that has impacted this nation, USDA, the public we serve, and certainly our own employees. You know, folks, USDA is a great agency, and when we set our mind to it, we accomplish amazing things. People that really work hard and really care for each other and the public we serve. So the CFC Drive is just a great way to support organizations that help support each other. And that's a way we can show that we are giving back, we're paying forward, and we're caring for others just as we know they would care for us in our time of need. I'm really proud of all the people in USDA, and I want to thank you for being a part of the CFC Drive. I want to thank all of the CFC coordinators and key workers for what you're doing to help catalyze all of us to make a difference. So on behalf of my Forest Service and NRE colleagues that are running the CFC this year, I want to say thanks for showing the love and being a part of the change that makes a difference.
Thank you to Deputy Secretary Sinsky, NRE Undersecretary Hubbard, and Forest Service Chief Christensen for your time and remarks to kick off this year's campaign. To folks like Vince McConey and the entire CFC National Capital Area team, thank you for the causes shared by Alvin Shell, World Central Kitchen, the Rush Byrne Foundation, the Nature Conservancy, Duke Ellington School of Arts, and the thousands of charity organizations who serve as the backbone of the CFC. Thank you to everyone who's helped put this together, and of course, thanks to you. On behalf of NRE and the 2020 USDA CFC team, and as we close out our kickoff with energy and excitement, I'd like to review a few things to help you to showcase your support of the thousands of charities and causes worldwide. Number one, we invite you to show some love and be the face of change by giving to charities and volunteering your time as part of the CFC. As Vince mentioned, once you've selected your cause and the various charities that you'd like to support, make your pledge through the online pledge portal, the mobile giving app, or, of course, paper forms. Open those CFC emails when you see them from us. You can always volunteer hours as well. And remember, the choice is yours. The CFC will highlight a charitable cause of the week throughout the campaign, right up until January 15th. The purpose is to engage donors and highlight the important work of CFC charities. For a list of the causes of the week and details regarding this year's campaign, visit givecfc.org. Have fun, spread the word, and share with us the reason why you give. You can find the USDA CFC team and the global address list by searching for OSEC, USDA, CFC. And help spread the personal messages of the impact of CFC. Thank you to those who've stepped up and volunteered to serve as 2020 CFC coordinators and key workers across the department. Those who will host unique events, charity fairs, and discussions, and will be on hand to answer your questions and concerns. And finally, take a selfie. Go to givecfc.org and submit your selfie there. Look to hear from us and your coordinators. Remember, open those emails. Thank you for joining today's kickoff event. This year might look different, but our mission still looks the same.